Hi, my name is Kate, and I like to go on adventures. For many years, I've been very interested and fond of the idea of urban exploration. I've done lots of research, and one of my favorite definitions that I've come across goes something like this. In a world where most treasure has been exhumed and no hidden corner of the earth left unexplored, where do you go for real adventure? It is in our nature as people to love mystery and the exploration of life. This, however, has become sadly difficult in our modern world, and where we once looked, it is no longer there. Even as sprawling neighborhoods of people swallow up the land, fields replace ancient forest, and caves are sealed from entrance, there are still places to explore. These places can be found in the mountains, underground, and all around you, in the very city that you live in. Adventures can be found in old mines, abandoned houses, old empty factories, drainage systems, and an incredible assortment of interesting places, spawned from the creations of bipeds. The art of exploring these people-made structures is called urban exploration. So, I made this YouTube channel. My hopes are to document photos and videos from my urban exploration expeditions. As this being my first video, I wanted to share some photos and short clips that I actually took today on my first summer expedition with my good friend Morgan. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so coming up on the right here is the building. We were informed that it has a very interesting history, serving multiple uses in its past. In 2005, following Hurricane Katrina, many displaced persons were actually able to seek refuge in this building. In addition to that, occasionally the police department and EMS would do training in this building. So what I wanted to do, of course, was to explore it, but I wanted to do it legally. So I was able to contact security, and through many phone calls and voicemails, I got in contact with the property manager, and he was kind enough to agree to a day and time where he could let us in and show us around a little bit and take some photos. Right there is the courtyard, which was blocked off by fence and a no trespassing sign. Up ahead were some security patrol cars. I can assure you that they were there for a completely unrelated reason. We actually stopped and talked to one of them for a brief moment, explaining why we were there. She told us some of the history of the building, and that some people had even claimed that it was definitively haunted, which made us all the more excited to go inside. As I talked to one of the security guards, Morgan put the camera down, and I edited this clip so that none of their faces were shown. As you can see, the building was quite large. It had lots of windows, and some of the blinds were kind of mangled in them, which gave it a cool, kind of uninhabited look. Right there's the entrance on the right, and shortly after I parked the car, we met up with the property manager, and he let us inside. Upon going inside, it was set up to look just like a hotel lobby. Everything was fake, and it looked kind of like something out of the Twilight Zone, quite honestly. There were lots of hallways, and I can guarantee you we probably would have gotten lost had we not been guided by the property manager. Here he is, taking me and Morgan up the stairs. Morgan wearing her Doc's good exploring boots, wearing them myself. A strange painting of a dog was mounted on the wall. There were a lot of strange things in this building, and you'll be seeing what I'm talking about in the upcoming photos and clips. Strange might be a little bit of an understatement. So as I mentioned earlier, this building was used for training of the police and EMS. The first simulation that we saw was a hallway just full of junk and debris and things, and that was supposed to be a simulation of a tornado. The next one that we saw was a bomb simulation room where there were lots of fake chemicals set up to look as if someone were making a bomb. There was another room with lots of sciencey looking things, test tubes that might be out of the ordinary and what police are trained to keep their eye out for. There was a clown room. The people who made these simulations really thought of anything that could occur. I guess in this scenario maybe they were dealing with a clown or someone obsessed with clowns, I don't know. I gotta warn you guys that some of the upcoming images might be found disturbing to some viewers. There were lots of mannequins throughout the building. I believe that they were used as civilians in the simulations. One of the rooms was actually dedicated to like a kind of torture scenario, which was really weird. This one was a hoarder scenario, a cat lady scenario, and a room set up to look as if someone might exercise in there. This is a clip that I took coming down a hallway. They had these rooms set up as if people were living there, with different themes and items found in there, miscellaneous things you'd find in a household. It was very eerie and bizarre, because not a single person inhabited this building. The owner told us that there were over 60 rooms like that. This is us coming down the stairs and going to the other side of the building, which was mainly used for storage. The floor was covered in this dark red carpeting. The blinds were mostly dismantled on this side, and outside you can see the courtyard with all the other windows. This building was actually pretty close to an Air Force base, and it was associated with it, and throughout the building there were lots of these interesting murals relating to the Air Force and aviation in general. That concludes my first video. So something that I really want to note is that if you plan on urban exploring or checking out places similar to this, it's really in your best interest to get into contact with the property manager or the property owner, whether this be sending emails, making phone calls, leaving voicemails. It's really a great idea to do that because you could be facing fines like trespassing or even worse consequences. I've personally had really good luck and experience with doing this myself, and I haven't had a single time where a property owner has turned me down thus far. Thank you so much for watching this video. Comment, like, subscribe. I plan on posting many more videos, so stay tuned and keep adventuring.